Let me ask you something. Do you ever reach the end of the month and wonder, where did all my money go? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, a recent study from the US Bank found that only 41% of Americans use a budget, even though budgeting is one of the most effective ways to take control of your finances. But here's the good news. Creating a budget doesn't have to be overwhelming. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through a simple, step-by-step process to build a monthly budget that actually works for you, even if you've never budgeted before or you've tried and failed in the past. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, save for a dream trip, or just stop living paycheck to paycheck, this guide will give you the clarity and confidence you need to manage your money like a pro. I'm your host, Raul Sofa, and this is Money Mindset Hub, the podcast that makes personal finance approachable, smart, and even a little fun. Let's dive in. Before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. Think of a budget like Google Maps. You wouldn't head off on a cross-country road trip without a route, right? You'd get lost. Waste time, burn fuel, maybe even give up. Money works the same way. A budget is your roadmap. It shows you where you are, where you want to go, and how to get there. One of my listeners, Sarah, reached out a few months ago. She's a freelancer just like me, juggling gigs, living in a city where rent eats half her paycheck. She was tired of the anxiety that hit every time a bill came in. So we walked through a simple budgeting framework together. 3 months later, she's saving $200 a month, paid off a credit card, and just booked a weekend getaway. That's the power of intentional money management. So let's break it down. Here's how you can create a simple, powerful monthly budget, one step at a time. Start with what's coming in. This is your total monthly income after taxes. If you're salaried, this is easy. If you're a freelancer, side hustler, or gig worker, take an average of your last 3 to 6 months to smooth it out. Don't forget additional income like freelance gigs, passive income, or even child support. The more accurate, the better. Next, jot down all your fixed monthly expenses: rent, utilities, subscriptions, car payments. These are the bills that don't change much month to month. Pro tip: review your bank or credit card statements from the past 3 months to catch recurring charges you might have forgotten. Now we get into the flexible stuff: groceries, transportation, dining out, entertainment, etc. This is often where the leaks are. You might think you're spending $100 on takeout, but reality says $300. Be honest with yourself, no shame here, just awareness. This is where it gets personal. What matters to you? Is it paying off debt, building a savings cushion, investing more, traveling the world like yours truly? Give every dollar a job. That's the secret sauce to making a budget that aligns with your lifestyle. There are tons of budgeting styles. Here are a few simple ones. The 50-30-20 rule: 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings or debt. Zero-based budgeting: every dollar gets assigned. Income minus expenses equals zero. Cash envelope or digital app: use tools like YNAB, Mint, or Good Budget. The best method is the one you'll actually stick to. Your first budget is a draft, not a final masterpiece. Life changes, and so should your budget. Schedule a weekly 10-minute money check-in. See what's working, what's not. Adapt, evolve. You got this. Set up automatic transfers to savings, investments, or bill payments. Automation reduces friction, and that's key to building habits that last. Let's recap the steps real quick. 1. Know your income. 2. List fixed expenses. 3. Identify variables. 4. Set goals and priorities. 5. Pick a method. 6. Review regularly. 7. Automate what you can. Building a budget is like planting a tree. The earlier you start, the more it grows, but it's never too late to begin. And the result? Peace of mind, less financial stress, more freedom, more control, more life. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode. If this episode helped you get clearer about your money or sparked a budgeting breakthrough, do me a solid. Like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Comment or DM me your biggest takeaway on Instagram or wherever you hang out online. Share this with a friend who could use some budget peace too. I'd love to hear how your first budget goes and keep the conversation going. Next week, we're diving into how to start investing with just $100. So stay tuned. Until then, remember, a budget isn't about limits. It's about living your life with intention and control. You've got this.